Hola! I am finally back. Thank goodness King helped me out. Uh, my friend King, I came on and basically my stream on TikTok was horrible. I had kind of like the wrong screen on there. I think I'm pretty good though now. I think I've got it pretty good. So right now, um, don't mind me. I'm just like flying around the earth. You know, it's just one of those things I do occasionally. Um, I get bored. Uh, so, you know what I need to do though? I don't know how many people, how many viewers I have, or anything. I don't know how many people I've got watching, and I have no idea to figure it out. That's kind of odd. Awkward. Let me see here. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna put up my other YouTube channel. Maybe I can see what's happening on YouTube at least. And I have to be really concerned about that since there's like, nobody watching. That makes a big difference. A really big one. Let's see if I can. Okay. Finally got it up, but I'm so proud of myself. I am actually I am streaming at 4 different platforms right now, and my machine is handling it very well. In fact, the CPU's probably at about 56%, somewhere in there. This one shows 36. The other when you get into it shows a lot higher, about by about 15 points, but nonetheless. All right. Well, heck, in here just a second, I'll be able to actually get into my stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, cool. And we got the kissy cam here because it's really important to have the kissy cam. I mean, you know. All right. Now, hopefully, let's see. It looks like everything's working like it's supposed to now, and it looks like I'm broadcasting fairly well. So, um, I'm not losing connection like I was earlier. That was not good. All right. I think I left off right about in here. Oops. But yeah, thankfully King just saved the day. What? Oh, okay, here. This is why.
Autism. Autism! What is it?
All right. I'm going to sit here and do a 2-hour program too. Wow, amazing.
An
Got
autism.
Ahmed here.
Is this our autism? What about this? Or this? Or maybe even this? How about this? All this and more in Strange History. But seriously, what is autism really? Well, for those who don't know, autism is a developmental disability caused by differences in the brain. What does this mean really, though? Well, it's kind of like being an X-Man. A great deal of evidence supports the idea that genes are one of the main causes or a major contributing factor to ASD, autism spectrum disorder. More than 100 genes on different chromosomes may be involved in causing ASD to different degrees. Many people with autism have slight changes called mutations in their genes, meaning
Okay,
that they
this
can shoot
person's
lasers out of
autistic.
their eyes.
Every time they say a word that has a literal meaning, they show the literal thing. That's so funny. I wonder if they did that on purpose or if that just
And
happened.
know every single fact about a
They're like so
specific train model.
autistic.
Autism, like ice cream, comes in a vast variety of flavours. We have Asperger's, autistic, Kenner's, childhood, atypical, and
Childhood?
pervasive.
What?
What do they mean?
It means you're giving bad information. How to get tested for autism as an adult. There can be barriers to getting tested for autism as an adult. But there are many valid options for testing and support. If you're autistic, you might find that getting screened for autism can be a challenging task. While self-diagnosis is valid, you might want to confirm your self-diagnosis with a mental health professional. Yeah, but most mental health professionals really can't diagnose it anyway. They think they can, they're certified to, but they don't have the actual background knowledge, unfortunately. Uh, there are many ways to get screened. There's many ways to get screamed. Don't get screamed too loud, though. Okay. There are many ways to get screened for autism if you're an adult, though there are some roadblocks. Learning about the ways autism testing is conducted can help you. Okay, screening more person. Okay, you know what? I don't care about this. It's boring.
Honestly, I never really thought I was weird growing up. If anything, like, I thought I was the normal one and that everyone else just sucked. You know, like a narcissist. It was so bad that my parents
That's totally true, though. Everybody does suck.
would say to each other sarcastically, "It's Amanda's work."
Actually, I used to think that everybody around me was crazy because I remember thinking, you know, there's the saying that if you think everybody's around you is crazy, you're probably crazy. But then I was like, wait a minute, no, these people literally do not make rational. These people are not rational. And when you try to talk to them, even when you point that out, it makes them become more irrational. And I never could stand it. Understood it. I never could understood it. Um, those pants look really weird on her. They're like way up high on her waist. Her belly button's like down, way down there, about halfway down the zipper, I think. It makes her look short, really short. How funny. All right.
World and we just live in it. And me, who's autistic and couldn't pick up on a social cue, was like, fuck yeah, you guys get it. Honestly, I never really thought I was weird growing up. If anything, like, I thought I was the normal one and that everyone else just sucked. You know, like a narcissist. It was so bad.
That was pretty good. Autistic artist wanted for Butler art exhibit in October. Now, this is something that I've been kind of wanting to talk about. I've been seeing these things about these artists and so forth, autistic artists. If I was an artist, if I was a an artist of any sort that did art. No, so this article here is basically about autistic artists wanted for a Butler Art Museum exhibit in October, and I think I've got another one.
The school thing happens with autistic.
It's hard being a dad when you're autistic.
Stand-up comedian Maddie Mays is...
I can't find it. Well, we'll find it.
It's hard being a dad when you're autistic.
Stand-up comedian Maddie Mays is going viral for being...
And one of those social camouflage.
God, I hate it when that happens. All right. Autistic artists wanted for Butler Art exhibit in October. Um, wow, what is going on here? That is so weird. Why is that doing that? What is going on? Okay, this page is flipping out on me. There it goes. Okay. It's Autism Awareness Month, and it's going to be a big art exhibit. Okay, I'm not going to really read this, but there is another story in here about art. And if I was an autistic artist, I would definitely take a huge bit of advantage of the autism itself. What do I mean by that? What I would do is market myself as an autistic artist. Make yourself unique. Ooh, it's an art. And just the fact that you're autistic, you can work that into your art so that it becomes a conversation piece. Maybe even you do, if you're just, look, I know a lot of artists, they love art no matter what it is. And frankly, it kind of doesn't matter what the palette is, so to speak, or what the art is. They just love to do it. That's many true artists are that way, and therefore it comes down to what's going to make money. And I think it would be very important if I was an artist right now. I would market myself as an autistic artist and really play up like the elephant. You ever see the elephant paintings or something? They're like $500 or something ridiculous. I don't know how much they are, but they're because an elephant did it, they have a lot more value and so forth. And in the same way, particularly if you could market in your art somehow something about autism, how your brain's different or whatever, I would definitely sell the point that your brain's different and therefore your art's unique. And it doesn't matter if it's unique or not, you can market it. You can splat if a neurotypical person splatters paint on a canvas and you go and do the exact same thing, it's more artsy because you're autistic. Just remember that. I would really push that autistic artist thing, and it's liable to really help you actually make a living. Just saying. It's going to be October, but we're getting the word out there. I've been kicking around about it for a year and have mutual friend from the racing championship world, Martino Sports, locally, and he's on board with Joyce, and I reached out to him. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The important thing here is to know that these people are actually going out of their way to promote autistic artists. Now, this is a unique situation where there's going to be a bunch of unique autistic artists, but I would definitely push myself as in fact, you know what? I think I will, just for the hell of it. And it doesn't matter what I do. I can take it down to the local. There's a big local art museum that would probably love that stuff. They'd probably eat that up. So, yeah, I think I'm going to look into that. In fact, I know a friend who's involved in the community, and I might float that by her. And who knows, maybe I'll just like glue some sticks together, throw some pickup sticks together and just glue them in with Elmer's glue and call it good, Probably sell for millions. Hey, look, that's artistic. That's true artistic right there.
Flash techniques is something called mirror.
This one over again because
Are you up? This cool thing happens with autistic people. The longer they go on diagnosis, we develop our own social camouflage techniques and ways to just fucking fit in amongst the humans. And one of those social camouflage techniques is something called mirroring. Yeah.
I'm not good at it.
For anyone who fucking rode a shorter bus to school did it. Mirroring is basically exactly what it sounds like, dude. Basically the way you talk to us is how we will talk back to you. Which means when I'm in a conversation with anyone with any sort of fucking accent or dialect, I am either extraordinarily charming or extremely offensive. cool thing happens with autistic people. The longer they go undiagnosed,
pretty
is we
much.
develop our own
That's the
social
truth of it.
camouflage techniques and ways to
That is the truth of it.
hot and
It's a little embarrassing to admit, but I used to think I hated white women. I used to.
It's hard being a bad.
It's a little embarrassing.
Okay.
It's hard being a bad when you're autistic.
stand-up comedian Maddie Mays is going viral for being hot and autistic at the same time. Some dudes on the internet didn't even turn the video's sound on and were still rolling on the floor laughing.
When my social battery runs out, I'm going outside, I'm picking up some cool rocks, and I'm putting them in my pocket.
The viral video sparked a debate online, mostly centered on self-diagnosed autism, a very trendy phenomenon. Like, who knows if she is or not? It seems like she's successful regardless. Comedy is subjective, and so is beauty.
Oh, damn. Damn. See, she's just flat out saying, well, you know, it's a trend.
So there's definitely someone out there who found their new crush.
Wow.
It's hard being a bad when you're autistic.
Stand-up comedian Maddie Mays is going viral for being hot and autistic at the same time. Some dudes on the internet didn't even turn the video's sound on and
You know what? She's probably going viral because she's fucking funny. Why don't you give her credit for being a damn comedian?
we're still rolling on the floor laughing.
When my social battery runs out, I'm going outside, I'm picking up some cool rocks, and I'm putting them in my pocket.
The viral video sparked a debate online, mostly centered on self-diagnosed
Okay. Not only is that totally true, but my stepdaughter, she'll go out and pick up rocks and put them in her pocket. And she has rocks from when she was a child, a young child. And she knows where she got them and everything else.
autism, a very trendy phenomenon. Like,
Just a random pebble. Like nothing, you know.
who knows if she is or not? It seems like she's successful regardless. Comedy is subjective,
I
and
cannot
so
believe how ableist that is. That is so sad. That is messed up. Well, who knows if she is or not?
was beauty. So there's definitely
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she knows she is, okay? I'm pretty sure that a lot of people knows she is.
someone out there who found their new crush.
It's hard being a bad when you're autistic.
Stand-up comedian
Yeah, that's crazy. All right. This is one that I thought was very interesting. I want to know all about this one. Launched to establish narratives around autism. The site, written by and for autistic people, launched today to challenge patronizing and saccharine narratives around autism. Where's the site? What is the site? Call. I gotta go there. Gibbs says, I cut my teeth in satire, having written for the Daily Mash and founded satirical online women's magazine, Succumbus. Turning that background to the autism space felt intuitive and much needed dash of salt. Oh, cool. Okay. So where is this site? What? The Daily Tism. Okay, here's the Daily Tism. Okay, this is getting... Okay, the Daily Tism is getting... It's getting bookmarked. Not only is it getting bookmarked, I'm going to put it in my Stream Deck right now so I don't forget. Like, that's really, really cool. Like, that's what I do. That is the groove right there. So the Daily Tism is probably going to be at least a normal feature. Hopefully it's good enough to be a regular feature here. We shall see. I'll just replace one of these right here. Whoops. The Daily Tism. That's funny. Crap. All right, it's going in there. It's official. The brand new site, and it's going to get traffic from me every day. The Daily Tism. Look at that. I'm going to press the button for the first time. Ta-da! Autistic woman stabs herself with pitchfork after being recommended dog in the nighttime book again. What? An autistic woman has been critically injured after stabbing herself with a garden fork last week, following yet another recommendation that she give that mysterious dog book a go. It has been reported. What? Oh my God, this is crazy. Autistic woman brings whole self to work and is subsequently sacked. A woman encouraged to bring her whole self to work has been sacked, sources claim. Emma Barnard, 27, had apparently appeared quiet and reserved when starting her new office job 4 months ago. Naturally, her team decided to step into the... Oh my goodness. Are they going to do full articles on this? They are. Oh my God. Uh, Emma 27 had appeared quiet and reserved when starting her new office job 4 months ago. Naturally, her new team noticed and decided to step in. To the horror of her colleagues, Emma began talking about her various mental health issues, how her mother still doesn't know she's a lesbian, and the fact she hates being asked what she's up to at the weekend. It's all just lies. She said she was worried about showing us the real Emma. Her line manager, Paula Murbury, said, "We said we like the real Emma, which is, in hindsight, a really horrible mistake." Sound of the Forest today put out a video where she was talking about, well, when you go to your therapist and you spend the whole hour talking about bugs while she's trying to deal with issues. I did warn them. I was holding it all back for a reason. What's next, Bernard? Well, I might just drown myself in a bathtub. Oh, my word. Heartbreak autistic woman unsure of how to tell special interest. She's fallen out of love with it. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop here at this one because I want to wait for Monday for this. That's brilliant. Okay, I saw this article. And I saw the puzzle pieces in it, and it just kind of killed me. Very short thing. What is it? April is World Autism Awareness Month, and it serves as a platform to advocate for better support and services for individuals with autism. Vicky Olette from the Jarrisburg whatever Autism Center says the level of awareness and acceptance of autistic people in the country is growing, that there is still a long way to go in changing people's views about this. It's important to remember that autism spectrum is a disability. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, you know what? I saw this earlier, and it's crapola. Now, this is what's really interesting. Somebody asked me if I had heard of this, and I hadn't. This is a autism research center, or research institute, and it's all about genetics. That's all it is. I mean, you can... Yeah, see, ARI awarded more than $400,000 in grants to fund research on evidence-based therapies. That's literally saying on mind control, on behavioral science. That's literally what they're saying here. This is really scary. This is going to be an organization to definitely watch. Treatment explores resources, research, of course, and tools for best care and treatment practices help on individuals with autism. Usually that's all they say. Like, that's all Autism Speaks would say. Okay, so they're recommending ABA, Yeah, definitely. Wait, sensory motor. Yeah, music therapy, animal therapy. Those really kind of aren't really therapies. They really. This form of therapy may reduce fear and anxiety towards animals. We don't usually have fear and anxiety towards animals. And it says may, or it may. You got to understand, we're autistic. Yes, you can train us to deal with it, but can you train us to really get over it? No, I don't think so. You can train us to mask and to pretend like we're getting over it, and we've gotten over it, but we're going to have a lot harder with those types of behavioral therapies, exposure therapies and stuff than regular people. They just really aren't suited for us. The way I like to say it is, it's kind of like exposing a albino to the sun for 6 hours straight, and saying, "Hey, just get used to it." No matter what, they're always going to be an albino. You can try to tan them or whatever else, but you're going to hurt them. And so you don't do that. Same thing with autistic people. This whole thing about, trying to do these therapies that don't work. Exposure therapy is not good. Okay? And it may apply to some autistic people, but for autistic people, I would never, ever recommend it. And I've been exposed to it and done it myself. I've even done it to myself and didn't like it. There's certain sensitivities because it's neurological that just don't go away. They're just sensitivities. And unfortunately, that's just how it is. What does this button do? Nothing. Oh yeah, that's right. Uh-oh, puppy cam. Puppy cam. Hi, puppy. She's got her own needle. Oh my God, this is how small she is. Oh my goodness. All right, what happened to my YouTube? Okay. All right. Whoa. No, we don't want you. No, save and exit. Bye. Celebrating superheroes. Okay, I saw this. Celebrating superheroes. No, don't do this to me. I hate. Okay, it's patronizing. Straight up from the headline, it's patronizing. And now we're gonna go into the inspiration porn. So I'm sorry, we're just gonna have to do it. I always have to start the piece out right. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's some inspiration porn going on there. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm just flipping through here. All right. Get back to where we were. All right. In a touching display of inclusion and empathy, learners living with autism staged an autism awareness play last Wednesday. Actually, I'm making fun of this, and I've got a friend who actually does plays and like that and stuff like that in Colorado Springs. I actually just talked to her recently. I think I really want to start getting involved in things with her, with them and whatever they're doing, just to be in touch with the disabled community, particularly the developmentally disabled community. Just seems like something I should be doing now. Opening the day's I don't even want to get into it. It's like we all have a superpower that makes our brains even more awesome, he told the learners, teachers, and school officials gathered at the hall. Some people might not understand, but what's important is that we treat each other with love and respect, support each other, and cheer for each other, he continued. So they're going to give all these quotes that just are so feel good, and they're not really going to say anything. We embrace our differences. Okay, it's when we make a rainbow of talent. Oh no! Please, did he really say that? I love it when they misquote people and they flower it up when they misquote them. It was an excellent example of that in Harry Potter, with the reporter. Yeah, just kind of taking a lot of liberties. Diagnosed with autism at 8 years old. I am not even going to try to say this name. Says he was confused. Nademoso. Not a muscle. Not a muscle. There we go. Not a muscle. You got to say it right here. Not a muscle. Miso. No. Not a miso. Misu? Misu. Yeah. Nuda miso. Wow. That was some ecolalia happening there, huh? Actually, that'd be palalalia. But it is explained the funny feelings and sensory pains he felt for so long. Even through it all, I am glad to be autistic because I am magnificently unique. Wouldn't change it for the world. The guests were treated to a song and dance number by the group that got even the stiffest legs tapping. I'm getting tired of these learner things. Learners? Is that what they're calling kids at school nowadays? Why don't they just call them kids? Showed off his talented vocal ability. So he's a superhero because he can sing. Literally, we're being that patronizing. And why are we getting touchy? Why are we getting touchy-feely here? What the heck's going on here? What's going on? You're getting touchy-feely. And you got puzzle pieces. You are not in touch with the autistic community. Look, she looked real happy about her being touched. Oh, wait, she's going to go over there and touch more of them. And it looks like they're praying or some... Well, maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I think they're maybe praying. Supposedly. And guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So probably 5 of those people are going to be atheists at least. Because we're autistic. And she's neurotypical, can't think, doesn't consider whether there's a God or not, just does what she's told. Editorial, time to take okay, I'm going to take a quick little break here, and I will be right back, and we are going to finish this out. I only got a little bit more time here. Yes, it's puppy cam time, or else I got to get back to it. Managed to get myself something to eat. I haven't eaten all day. I've been working on the putting these templates and everything together to get this show going. I didn't spend very much in time prep or in show prep, which is kind of showing. And that's probably the more important thing. But hey, we encourage our readers to take the time to do a bit of research. Taking time to understand autism. This is the problem here. This is from the Dalton Daily Citizen. I don't know what town this is in. Here's the problem. When you see a headline like this, almost assuredly these people really don't know what they're talking about. They're just kind of doing a quick little cursory research on the internet, and then they're writing their story. So they tend to be very ableist. Let's see what happens. We encourage our readers to take time to do a bit of research. So we're going to start by telling other people to do research. That's interesting. Reading to better understand what it means to live with autism like it's a disease. I mean, do people live with being neurotypical? Do people how's that being normal going on there? Oh my God, that must be freaking awful. I'm telling you, I would not be a normie for a moment. Okay, I just have empathy for you. I know we're not supposed to feel it, but it's not a touch thing. Okay, it's like internal. Okay. Moving right along. Autism can be difficult to define because ASD describes a wide range of disorders with symptoms that vary in type and severity. What? Of course. I was right. When I'm always right on these, I swear. The Autism Speaks organization describes autism in the most general terms, a group of complex disorders. No, that's the CDC. And they do use that term, but they got that from the CDC. It is not uncommon for individuals with varying types of autism to excel. So now we're perpetuating the whole, savant thing. We're all savants, Actually, it is true. It is true. We're all savants. Empty your bank account right now. Sell all of your assets and give them to me. And I'll invest them. And spend all that money on whatever I want to. I'm not going to help you. I just thought it'd be nice if you would do that for me. Research has indicated there seems to be no singular cause of autism. No, we don't even know that. We don't know that for sure. Actually, it could be some quirk or something that we're not aware of, that causes it. So that's not even accurate. We have no freaking clue. However, reports that indicate that genetic research is advancing quickly. Now, everybody thinks the answer is genetic research here. And that's a big problem. Big problem. As a result, mutations that are associated with autism disorders are being identified. What about the mutations being identified with being neurotypicals? I don't know that neurotypicals aren't the mutation. They could be, right? We don't know that they're not. However, reports have indicated that genetic research. Okay. In addition, experts have said there are environmental factors. Okay, what that means. What environmental factors mean is we have no freaking clue. Now, unfortunately, when as a layperson or whatever, in general, common colloquial speech, when we say that, it gives us the wrong impression. That it's like chemicals or foods or something like that. We don't know. It could be cosmic rays, for Christ's sake. It could be ghost. I don't know. We have no idea. And environmental factors is them saying we have no clue whatsoever. That's what that means. Oh, once again, we're going to cite Autism Speaks again here. According to Autism Speaks, studies show that autism is 4 to 5 times more common. And they're wrong. And they are completely wrong. And you're right, they do, but it's wrong. An estimated 1 out of 42 boys and 1 out of 189 girls are diagnosed with autism in the United States. That does not mean that it's more common. It means it's less diagnosed among girls, because it started out with just being considered in boys, and is still that way to this day. We're still living with that, and it's hurting a lot of people, men and women alike. Why is it hurting men? Well, because there's all these women that aren't getting diagnosed and need it. And for their well-being, they need to get diagnosed just like the men need to get diagnosed for everybody else's well-being. Well, at least know, not necessarily be diagnosed, at least know you're autistic and know what to do about it. Or be able to do something about it, whatever. Learn. And autism has been called the fastest growing developmental disorder. It's not growing. It's the same as it has always been. There are scientists that believe that we were autistic before we were actually human beings. And that other animals are can also be autistic. So it's more of a mammal trait that has been around for a very, very long time. Probably since, since literally before we were humans. So to say that it's more prevalent now is not. It's being diagnosed more. It's recognized more. That's it. That's it. When I was a kid, I would have never been called autistic. But scientists understand autism a little bit better now, so more people are getting diagnosed. That is all. It is not more prevalent. It is more prevalently being diagnosed. And that's it. We often ignore things that we do not understand that are outside the... Hello, Lady Diamond. You're probably not here anymore, are you? I dropped that ball a long time ago. I didn't see you over there. I'm sitting here talking to someone who's not there. And what was that on? I don't know which box goes to which anymore. Maybe that was Twitch. Oh, that's Twitch. No, it's Instagram. Wow. I had somebody watching on Instagram. We may shy away from people who are different from us and close to ourselves off to experiences that would enrich our lives in meaningful ways. If we just take the time to learn about the things that we do not understand. We are all different from each other in one way or another. However, most of us will never face the life's challenges faced every day by families of children with autism. See how we're characterizing this as a disease? They did almost no research. They just went to the Autism Speaks website and wrote a quick little article. This is a fart in the frying pan kind of article. And rarely will you hear those families complain. Rather, they generally talk about the milestones they reach and pleasures and joys in life that simply bullshit we do. We talk about all kinds of bullshit. Mostly putting up with people like you that wrote this damn thing. That did a little cursory study on this. As a community, we should increase our understanding to be more sensitive to families. How about to autistic people? To families working to provide services for their children. Yeah, because you know what happens? When we turn 18, the parents take us out and shoot us and throw us in a ditch. because that's what happens is on our 18th birthday, we just disappear. That's when we get thrown in the ditch. You know, they give us some cement boots and take us for a long walk off a very short and deep pier. Yep, that's what happened. And then it's good for the crab, and that's why people crab off of them docks, because they throw all the autistic people off the dock when they turn 18. Okay? That's what... Somebody gonna... Really? I hit a button. Do not close yourself off to the joys and fulfillment that can come from knowing people just because of the challenges they faced in life are different from your own. April is Autism Awareness Month, making it a perfect time to make yourself more aware, as a result, more understanding and thoughtful. React to this story. Yeah, I wish I could. I gave a sad... And this was, of course, an editorial. Yeah. Sad, sad, sad. You know what she's going to get? It was so cursory and so little time put into it. They didn't study anything. They just regurgitated garbage. They get 4. That's it. 4 train cars. That's it. That's all you're worth out of 10. Japan Anime studio draws on talent of autistic artists. See, this is going around the world. I talked about this earlier. There is another article about autistic artists. And once again, I just want to reiterate, if you're an autistic artist, sell it. Sell the fact that you're autistic and you have a unique perspective and a unique outlook and therefore a unique art style or whatever because you're autistic that can only be brought out because of your autistic brain. Bring value to your work because you're autistic. Now, is that using your autism? You're damn straight it is, and why the hell not? You know? You should. There is absolutely no reason to be ashamed of using your autism to advance yourself. People use their neurotypical traits to advance themselves. Why the hell don't we use our autistic traits, whatever they be, to advance ourselves? You know, if people want to feel sorry for me and dump wheelbarrows of money off at my front porch, I'm not going to stop them, okay? The groundbreaking initiative aims to provide job training and confidence to people. Job training for an artist? You're going to job train an artist. Okay, teach them art? I don't know. Although, you know, Japanese artists are really awesome. I love Japanese artists. They're amazing. Okay, so, groundbreaking initiative aims to provide job training and confidence to people with autism. It's a disease. It's even a disease in Japan, who can find it hard to cope in Japan's often high-stress, long hours work environment. That is true. I was really bad at numbers, which was the first thing that troubled me. Sakuma said at Shake Hands, her workplace since the last year, Kaito in Western Japan. I lived in Okinawa for a year. That's why I can try to like figure out how these things are said. I never have written Japanese or spoke it very well though. I would lose those things. Customer stuff that is very important to you. You should never lose. The softly spoken 39-year-old told AFP, oh, this is an AFP? Oh, my goodness. So we're not going to get credit for this either. It's so weird how they don't credit themselves anymore. A terrible accident. Kawi himself was diagnosed with ADHD after graduating from art and design school and had a terrible accident on the first time in sales. Often I couldn't get up in the morning or couldn't go to the office on time. I couldn't handle phone calls because many times I couldn't get the person's name right. Such an experience for people with ASD could trigger mental health problems. Oh, bullshit. We already got them. We were born with mental health problems. They don't cause mental health problems. That's our state of mind. Yeah, I got a whole drawer full of medicine. They are actually working, though, and they're helping. If you have pots, get your salt. All right? Such an experience for people with ASD can trigger a mental health problem. We know that. Many people who visit me have shown symptoms of depression. No, of course they have. Antidepressant medicines don't work for them because in ASD, the trigger is symptoms which make relationships with bosses and colleagues difficult. Yeah, it's symptoms. It's difficulty in communicating, and also, of course, all of our sensitivities. All of our sensitivities have an extreme impact on our workforce. Yeah, look how stylistically Japanese that stuff is. Japanese are so stylistic. They in their culture, they are just so stylistic. It's quite amazing. And this style here hasn't changed. I know it was that way in the 70s with like a Speed Racer and stuff. Workers who earn even a nominal salary are reminded to take an hourly breaks and people can start and stop whenever they like, even late into the night. Wow, that's interesting. That's cool. Some of our colleagues don't feel comfortable having direct conversations, so we communicate through an internet chat function. Okay. And they can, Professor Umanaga hopes to shake hands will inspire other initiatives. The problem with this is, and this is kind of cool, at least what he is doing. This is what I've been talking about, and this is a showcase moment. Okay? I've been talking about all week. I've seen all these articles, and why don't we have I'm sitting here going without a scene? I had a that's not a good thing, is it? Anyway, the thing here is we most of the focus here is always on creating laborers, and the thought is, well, these people are autistic and they like repetitive behaviors, and they're not really that smart, so we could just get them employed, you know. The fact is 80% of us are employed or may have never been employed. Those numbers are really high. Now, I worked most of my life until just a couple of years ago. Now, it is not happening. I'm having a hard time just doing this. So the thing is what I have been stressing is we need to stress education and mentorship and journeymanship and so forth. And I'm not saying that everybody's got to have vocational jobs. I'm actually against that. I think we should use our brains because our brains are amazing. There might be some people who like to do it. I love to build stuff. I used to have a shop, and I would just go out to the barn and just create. That's all I do. It was amazing. Hi, Marks. So what we need to do is really focus on the education and get away from and speak out against this Autism Speaks employment initiatives, because they are about paying probably less than what we're worth, literally paying less than minimum wage just because we're autistic. It doesn't matter that we're going to be far more productive than a lot of people, and many of us are. No, it's just going to be the fact that they can pay us less because we're damaged goods. And so it's a huge advantage for them. The problem is that we're very, very smart, a lot of us. And you got to understand that autism itself and developmental intellectual developmental impairment are not the same thing. Although we do have some impairments, it is not the same thing and it should not be conflated. Autism itself does not give you intellectual disabilities. Autism causes autism, which is something else. So when we have all that stuff conflated, that's what ends up happening here. But at least this person is an artist, and this person's like, I want to give. They're ADHD, so they're on the spectrum, but they want to give people opportunities, and I think that's amazing. And we got to go to the kiss cam right there for a second. I got to open up my window some more. Boy, it is so freaking hot. There's Colorado. It's hot out here. All right. So moving right along. That was actually a good article. I'm glad they did that. Not very ableist. I'm definitely. I think I'm gonna give that a 7. Yeah. All right.
Listen, it's been my privilege to work with people with special educational needs for a large part of my adult life. And the thing about people with autism is they start to take on parts of your personality and your little quirks. Which is a problem when you're a Listen, it's been my privilege to work with people with special education.
I think I hung out with him for a long time. It rubbed off a lot. All right, now this is another. Now I've been doing almost daily. I've been doing reports on police officers. Now this is a very different one, and I haven't really gotten into it. I did see that. What was it? There was something a little bit different about this one. This isn't just most cops or whatever are doing the we had a 1-hour close course in autism and now we're experts. We are thoroughly trained in autism and we'll only kill autistic people on sight now. Before we would kill them before we even saw it. We just start shooting in the crowd. We don't care. Because you see, with autistic people, the cops, all they have to say is, oh, well, they were autistic and they scared me. Therefore, it's always going to be a good shoot. You can always kill an autistic person if you're a cop and get away with it. It's just par for the course. It's how it works. But we're going to be making some changes, I assure you. All right. Patrol Officer Nathan Peterson stacks up a cart of envelopes that are part of a blue envelope program that helps special needs drivers, oh God, and law enforcement better connect when they interact. Okay, the first thing is this. Cops expect a whole hell of a lot of bullshit that they don't get or deserve. Okay? They don't deserve respect for any reason until they earn it. Because 99% of them are, 95% of them are bad cops. And they will try to kill you. They will try to unlife you. The number one, that's one of the, out of people that have contact with police, autistic people are 3 times more likely to be murdered by cops and brutalized by cops. And I did use the word murder because, there would be an autistic person that's having a meltdown. They're, say, I don't know, 18 or so. And so somebody calls the cops. The cops show up, and within 6 seconds, they fucking kill them. Whereas these people lived with these autistic people for 18 years and never killed that autistic person. Cop shows up 6 seconds, that autistic person is dead. You tell me that's good training. I don't think so. I know a little bit about that because I was a peace officer for 15 years. I have a little bit of a personalized experience there. Boy, I sure wish I had some people here. Like nobody went. Like nobody loves me. Nobody cares. Alrighty, well, moving right along. So this guy is trying to help him. Okay, the free program is primarily aimed at drivers with autism spectrum disorder, and it also can apply to those in other communities with difficulties, anxieties, conditions that may hurt their ability to communicate. You know what? You don't have to communicate, and you definitely do not ever, ever, ever take a sobriety test. You haven't taken UN. You do not answer their questions. You do not talk to them. Period. They will use anything you say to nail your ass and put you in prison. They want to put you in prison. I know this. I was a peace officer for 15 years. They do not give a crap about you. It is about asserting their power and control. And if you question them, if you at all step on their little egos, they are going to fuck you up. If not kill you. Even this good guy here, who's being so helpful in society, you wait till he gets the opportunity to draw down on an autistic. Officers from 16 police departments across Lake County. It must be a huge county. Pennsylvania state troopers stopped by Salisbury Township Police Department Friday afternoon to pick up some special blue envelopes. The envelopes weren't for sending mail, nor were they for police officers. They're for the members of the community with autism spectrum disorder. Boy, I never saw that sentence going there. Why did they even give us that sentence? That was a waste of time. Like, I wasted my breath on that one. Friday was the Lunch and Blue Envelope program, a partnership between Lehigh Valley Health Network, Lehigh Valley Police Chiefs Association, and there's no autistic organizations or people going to be mentioned here. It aims to improve, see, what did I tell you? Interactions with people with autism spectrum disorder, but we didn't get a hold of the autistic community or talk to any autistic people. We just decided we were going to pull this shit out of our ass. And that's exactly what they do every single time. I'm getting so tired of seeing the same thing over and over. It's just boring. Under the same program, drivers with autism are given eponymous blue envelopes containing various relevant information about their condition to keep in the car so they can, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. That's not good. That's not good because what kind of questions do they ask? That is a very bad idea because whatever information you put on that thing, they will use against you. And oh, it's a good idea to put your information. You give your name and so forth, then they're going to nail you. They're going to nail you. You stay away from cops if you possibly can, and by any means, as an autistic person. They will hurt you. And I will be getting into that more later. The envelopes will be Lehigh Valley Physician Group Pediatrics offices by requesting one. Oh, I would so love to see if they tell us what this is. Come on, let's enlarge this. Okay, I'll enlarge it myself. Where is it? Okay. Now let's see what horrible instructions they give here. When you get pulled over, keep your hands on the steering wheel until otherwise directed. You don't have to do that. Even if the officer is not at your car. Bullshit. Officer may shine light in your car. Yeah, but they can't sit there and hold it in your eyes. And you can tell them that they are causing you physical pain. That they are assaulting you with that flashlight. May have a radio and may have flashing lights on their car. Of course they will. And they're going to shine those lights in your face on purpose to hurt you. To blind you. They do it for officer safety. No, they do it because they're fucking pricks. It doesn't have anything to do with officer safety unless there's something going down. Let the officer. No, you don't let the officer know anything. You just keep your mouth shut and don't say a thing. You give them your license, driver's registry. Actually, you don't even give it to them. You can present it to them on the inside of your car without even them touching it. Before moving any parts of your body, ask the officer if it's okay. No, don't move. Don't say a damn thing to him. Hand the officer the blue envelope. What's in the blue envelope? Okay. Inside the blue envelope. Provides contact information for those who would be able to provide medical information interacting with the driver if it becomes necessary. They will use that to prosecute you. They will use your name and everything. If they don't have your name, they can't prosecute you. Not usually. So it's going to be a lot harder for them to make bullshit up to charge you with. But once they get your name, then you're screwed. The only reason they can ever get your name is if you have, in fact, committed a crime. If they believe that you are about to commit a crime or are committing a crime or have committed a crime. If none of those are present, you do not have to give them your name or talk to them or anything. Drivers in the program are instructed to let the law enforcement know they have a blue envelope and retrieve the blue envelope when asked by the police. Fuck them. It is recommended that ASD and other special needs drivers keep their driver's license insurance in the blue envelope along with emergency. Yeah, right. The blue envelopes are available, and I sure wish it would tell us what. Thank you for your interest in the program. If you are unavailable, yeah, see, they don't tell you, but this can give you an idea of what they want. They want your name, number, organization, where you work or something maybe, address. Oh, you know what? I should fill this out. I'm going to fill it out. I'm going to ask for it. Woo! I'm going to get rid of this. But yeah, I'm going to put this off to the side and I'm going to fill that out and see what they did. We're going to do an examination on that one. So that'll be fun. All right. So a relative of mine is on the autism is on the autism spectrum. He drives regularly. When I first heard about this program, it was something I'd never thought of before. One time at a family function, I brought this up, and his mother said that one of her main concerns is if he would ever get stopped, how he would react. And I explained this and thought it was a great idea. Now, you see, the problem is cops are trained to, no matter what, to think that you're on drugs. So if you act weird, no matter what, they're going to get aggressive. And they're not going to believe you if you tell them you're autistic. Or they're going to think you're fucking stupid and treat you really bad. I'm telling you, it's very rare to run into a good cop that aren't power-hungry little bullies, essentially. All they are is bullies with the badge, crooks with the badge. That's all cops are. The front of the envelope tells officers whether a person is verbal or nonverbal. I have cards that are the best thing that you could possibly give. Okay? Where's my cards at? All right, I'm going to show you my cards. They are available on Facebook. Facebook? Yes. On my page on Facebook, the Autistic Page. They look like this. Now, what's important about these cards are these are extremely different from any other card you will ever see. These do not make in any way, shape, or form make the suggestion that you are going to be violent. It does mention that you're going to be sensitive and that you may be not understand and that you may be frightened. But it doesn't say anything about running away or force or anything else like that. Why? Because if you give them a card that tells them that you may scream, yell, kick, be defensive, or whatever else, now they have an excuse to kill you. and it be a good shoot, because you were so concerned that you were going to be violent that you gave them a card that told them you were going to hurt that officer, so he had to put your ass down. And that's what the argument's going to be in court, and they will win it. Actually, it won't even get to court. A lot of time for somehow the sheriffs can decide that it's a good clean kill. You know, that person was just autistic. You know, we thought they were drug addicts, and what the hell? It doesn't matter because they're autistic anyway. I mean, it's not like they're a whole person. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And they really love to pick on autistic people. The most dangerous person to be in the world, actually, around a cop, is a black autistic male under the age of 30. That's the most dangerous person in the world to be, because whenever cops see those people, they tend to just, well, start shooting first and asking questions later. And this is David Page, and I am out of here.